What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. But if you're new here, welcome, period. My name is Sasha and this is my space. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a beautiful summer. I know we're in Mercury retrograde right now and things can sometimes get a little hazy, but I promise you the signs that you need are there. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. There is not a single day that goes by that I am not given signs that help to guide me along my path in life and just help to reassure me that I'm doing the right thing, that I am being the person that I know I'm destined to be. The signs are always there, whether they're big or small. You're always being guided and protected along your path. I truly believe that. But just because they're there doesn't mean that it's always easy to see them or recognize them. Sometimes when we get clouded in our judgment, when we start feeling discouraged, when we get upset, when we just feel these, I don't even want to use the word negative, but less desirable emotions, because we're human, right? Things happen in our lives that make us not feel good. And in those moments, I think it can be really tough to continue to be positive. It can be tough to continue to see the bright side or the silver linings of things. It can be tough to be communicated with through the universe with these signs. So that's why it's so important for us to keep reminding ourselves that we're always protected, that the signs are there, and that if we remain open to them, they're not going to stop. They're going to continue coming into our lives and reassuring us and blessing us and protecting us, helping us along this path with our decisions, with our choices. I'm definitely somebody who thinks that there's so much more to life than what we can see with our eyes. A lot of what life is about and a lot of the components of life that help us, I think, are more felt, definitely on a spiritual level. And I consider myself to be a pretty spiritual person. I take my spirituality very seriously. It's more so for me about the energy of things. And as long as the energy feels good, then I feel like I'm good. And when my energy isn't what I want it to be, a big way that I feel that shift for me to the positive end of the spectrum is when I receive those signs and those nudges from the universe that make me go, oh my God, like that's so cool. You are listening, you are protecting me, you are guiding me. That is just miraculously amazing to me. And I really feel like we all have the ability to tap into this. And I think these signs and symbols from the universe transcend what you look like or what religion you belong to. It's happening all the time around us, and it's up to us to just have our eyes open to consider them and be aware of them and to let them help us. It's so important to stay tapped in to what the universe has to say to you. I think it does take a bit of practice, not necessarily to recognize them, but to be open to recognizing them. I think that is the initial and first step to actually having these signs and symbols become more frequent for you. I think that when you allow yourself to be open to what the universe is trying to say, then it feels more comfortable saying it. It's the same thing as human relationships. If you have a friend that you know gets offended every time you try to speak your mind about something that's bothering you, you're probably less prone to talk to them about things, right? And I think the same goes with the universe. If the universe knows that you're open, if the universe knows that you're willing, and you're ready to receive what needs to be received, then it's going to come in and give that to you with open arms, with no pushback, no fight. It's going to come in and bless you with these signs and symbols all the time, because it happens to me all the time. Now, I might be alone in this, but one thing I love about the summertime is all of the insects that we get to see that aren't present in the winter. So I love seeing the bumblebees and the honeybees and the butterflies. I even love seeing the cute little furry caterpillars. I love it all. I think each and every little thing helps to make this world go round, and it's just really cool to see how these organisms live and carry out their daily tasks the same way that we do, just on a microscopic level in a different way. I just find that really cool. And sometimes I sit in my backyard and I just chill and hang out and watch the bees and watch the butterflies, and it's so special to me. However, this particular summer, I've been seeing an abundance of dragonflies. So many every single day. It's kind of crazy. Like they're following me. The dragonflies are following me. They love me. They're obsessed with me, especially this summer. And it's different because I don't usually see them as often. I'll see them, but For the past month, I would say every single day when I leave my house, there is a dragonfly waiting for me. And for me, that's just like the coolest thing. I always took it as me just being protected. This is my little spirit guide for the day, and it just makes me smile. But with that being said, the dragonfly energy has been very, very strong. So the other day I left my house to go to work, and of course, as usual, there's a dragonfly by my gate. And I'm walking down the block and I go, wow, that was really, really special. It just felt especially special that day. And then I get to the middle of the block and I look down and there's a leaf in the shape of a dragonfly. It had a really long stem and then 2 leaves on each side that were the shape of dragonfly wings. And I was like, okay, like that's cool. Heavy dragonfly energy again. I get to the end of the block and I look down again and there's a literal dragonfly in my path. And you know, unfortunately it was on its way out of the physical world, hence why it was on the ground. But I was just so in shock, like what? The universe is giving me an actual dragonfly to witness right now. It was just so crazy to me. So being the weirdo that I am, I picked it up and I brought it home because I just thought that was just the coolest, most beautiful thing. And now I have this dragonfly in my space and the energy is just that much stronger. And I really felt like the universe sent that sign to me that day to just reassure me again that I'm on the right path, that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm protected. And it was just so cool. It freaked me out so much because it was on my mind and then it was in my reality. I was just like, whoa. In fact, I want to show you guys. And you might think I'm weird, and that's fine, but this blew my mind and it is just so special and so beautiful, and I'm so happy to have it. And I will show you guys my little dragonfly. How freaking cool is that? This was just lying on the sidewalk. Literally, I was like a little kid, like bringing home bugs. Like how freaking weird, but I don't know, I don't care. This is my little special dragonfly, and I think one day I'm going to use it in a piece of art, and it's so special. And this was just, for me, like I said, a sign of being protected. I really felt protected in that moment. Another beautiful sign that I received not too long ago is this monarch butterfly. Again, it might be weird, but I just took that as, okay, the universe is telling me that this is a sign of transition. This is a time in my life when things are changing, but it's for the better. I'm coming out of the chrysalis as the caterpillar and then transitioning into the butterfly. Do you know what I mean? Like that's really what I took it as. And again, it was unfortunate that it was on its way out of the physical world, but I found them in their beauty. And I just feel like the insects are like our little protectors, our little guides in the natural world, do you know? And I keep them on this little tray that my friend Jen made me, and they're so special to me. They hold a special place in my heart, and when I find them, I take that as a sign from the universe that I'm doing the right thing. I'm protected. These are my spirit guides. I'm loved, you know? And along with the dragonflies and the bumblebees and the butterflies, there's another insect that I don't find often, but when I do, it holds such significance to me because it actually connects me back to my cousin Kiana. This year is actually the 10th anniversary of her passing. I love her so much. I miss her every single day. She was just my best friend. We were more like sisters. And my symbol for her is the ladybug, and I'll tell you why. So when I was 19, I was living on my own. I wasn't connected at all with my family. It was just a very hard point of my life where I didn't know anything, not only about the world and the way that works, but about myself. I had so much growing to do. And one day, my boyfriend at the time, I was at his house and I get a call from my mom. And like I said, I wasn't speaking to my family, so it was very out of the blue. And she told me that my cousin had passed. I couldn't believe it. So in my boyfriend's home, he had a balcony, and I went outside to just get some air, take a minute. On the ledge of the balcony is this ladybug, and I've never seen a ladybug there before, right? And it's like pretty much fall, like there's no ladybugs outside. The ladybug stopped, faced me, and then turned around and flew straight into the sun. If that was not a sign that my cousin was there with me, looking after me, guiding me, telling me that she's okay, that everything was going to be okay, I don't know what is. So of course, in that moment, that's how I received it. Sometime after that, the day of her funeral, I was again at my boyfriend's house and went out into the balcony. And again, a ladybug, the most random thing. And I've only ever seen a ladybug at that place. the day of her passing and the day of her funeral. So it was just so significant to me and meant so much, and it really just reaffirmed that this is my cousin. This is Kiana. This is her way of, like, I guess, saying hello. It was just so special to me. So because of that, I now have a ladybug tattoo on my arm. And if you're not new here, you've seen this tattoo before, but that is the story behind the tattoo. And I remember my last day working at Saint Laurent, and I was so nervous because it was the first time in ever that I wouldn't be working for some time. I was putting together this art show, and I just had all these nerves about what the next step would be. And I'm sitting on the train and I look down and there is a freaking ladybug crawling on my bag. I'm on the train. There are no ladybugs on the train. So again, that was her way of just reassuring me and letting me know, like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Things are going to get better. You will figure it out. But I'm here with you. These things mean so much to me, and it doesn't always even need to be the universe sending you a tangible physical thing. Sometimes somebody can say something that you needed to hear and you happen to be within earshot. They can be having a completely different conversation and you happen to hear what they have to say, and it totally applies to your situation or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Sometimes you're literally going to a place and you happen to get lost, but you end up at a different place and it's exactly where you needed to be. You meet new people, you have new experiences, you make connections that you wouldn't otherwise had you been where you thought you wanted to go. I really feel like the universe is just always conspiring to bring us to where we need to be, to help us to become who we truly are. And all of these signs, all of these symbols that are around us are just a testament to that. And I think if we're open to it, they continue, and once we are, the universe will not hold back on showing them to you. I think there's so many ways that we are blessed in our lives. There's so many ways that I'm blessed in my life, and I recognize those blessings. I recognize those signs and symbols, and I feel so lucky to have chosen to be open to them, and now the universe sends me them in droves, and it's awesome. The people that I meet, the opportunities that come to me, all of it matters. All of it is interconnected. All of it is a sign from the universe that I am doing what I need to do. So I really just wanted to get on here and remind all of you to open your eyes and pay attention. Pay attention to the many, many signs that you receive from the universe, because it's trying to tell you something. It's trying to guide you. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to let you know that you are loved, that you are supported, that you have people backing you up. You have the universe backing you up. And I think that matters so much to help us feel positive and encouraged in our lives, and to really help us to move forward with dignity and pride about who we are and where we're going and what we know and even what we don't know. Because if you think you know it all, honey, you can't learn more, right? Life is full of beautiful signs and symbols that help us every single day. My wish for you is that you remain open to them, because they're here to love you and they're here to show you that you are loved. I really, really hope that you all enjoyed this video, and let me know down below, what signs and symbols have you guys been seeing as of lately? What is the universe showing to you right now, and how are you interpreting it? Also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram page at SashPosh for more encouraging affirmations that I post every single day on my story. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm so happy to be receiving these signs. I love you, I love me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.